Welcome to Aquarius After Dark, where we will deep dive into stories that keep us turning pages well after dark. Y'all know them books, baby. Where you like one more page, one more chapter. One, I got time. Okay. So tonight we're going to explore Catching Flights by Lady Nesha. Baby, if you know, you know. Lady Nesha can't do no wrong. Do you hear me? I love her books, baby. But Catching Flights. Ladies, hold on to those lace fronts because this flight, we finna catch all the turbulence. Let's get into it. So, in Catching Flights, we follow two sisters. Now, these sisters, y'all, are like oil and water. They just don't mix. It's giving modern day Cain and Abel, if you ask me. Okay. So the story follows half sisters, Kendall and Renee. Baby, they are the modern day version of oil and water. It just don't mix. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that they have in common is their father's DNA. Now, so we have Kendall. I like Kendall. I'm gonna put it out there. Kendall is my girl because Kendall behaves like a man. The girl heart is cold. I got an ice box where my heart used to be. I got a nice box. Let me tell you something. Who hurt her? Her father, because he was just not present. He was not there for her. So she dogged men out. And the girl is a flight attendant, right? And she's catching flights left and right. Baby, she one night stand and it. She just, to me, she is an example of, bitch, I'ma do me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for nobody. Love don't find me. If you say you love me, I don't want it. I hope it never comes this way. You know what I'm saying? Because all I need is a good lady. Okay. She don't have her own place. She stays with her mom, but because she's a flight attendant, she's gone all the time. So she don't really feel like she need a car or a house because she saves her money. Now, baby, she's good for a good hotel and a good time. You know what I mean? Then you have her sister, who is Renee. I cannot stand Renee because Renee is fake. Renee is suffering internally with a lot of things. She has an eating disorder that nobody really knows about, but Kendall, she got her own business, and on the outside, she looks well put together. She thinks she's better than everybody else. She turns her nose up at everybody else. She's very slim. She's very, but she used men. And when I say she used men, she gets what she can get out of them. But she's also the opposite of Kendall. She is definitely searching for a sugar daddy slash somebody she can be in love with that's going to take care of her. She is the definition of a pick me girl. Pick me. And it's annoying because she spends all of her time putting her sister down, trying to destroy her sister relationship. She's also that character in the story where she has her own mom that she's ashamed of. So she overly um hangs around Kendall's mom. And not only is it a way for her to get back at Kendall, it's a way for her to like take something from Kendall. Oh, your mom likes me more than she likes you. Oh, let me be around so you won't have a connection to your mom. That is kind of what I got from this character. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going on in their world, ladies. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So Kendall, the flight attendant, has a best friend named Alan. I love Alan. Alan is gay. He is the epitome of, honey, I'm a woman. I am a strong black woman. Okay. And and the makeup, the hair, he is just, I just loved him. He is that person that is going to check somebody before you check them about you. You know what I'm saying? I love it real bad. And they are flight attendants together. So the banter between them two, the conversations, everything, he is everything. You know what I mean? Like, let's find out it's the Allen out there. So anyway, he usually pick up work and get the same flights that she gets so they can be together. Okay, they making money. Okay. So Kendall goes to, they got a layover, they go to a hotel and she don't want to go out with them. She's like, my feet's hurting, I've been working all day. Let me go just lay down. You know, they're like, oh, you boring, you act like an old lady, we gonna go clubbing, whatever the case may be. She decides to ignore them, but she goes down to the bar to have a drink. Baby, let me tell you something. Kendall is very persistent, very, very like, what we doing? What we doing? She actually comes on to this man at the bar, you know, and he is just as, let's do this. Let me take you back to my room type situation. Well, baby, they go back to the room, do what they do, and she sneaks out. Yep, because she don't do the let's lay up, let's get to know each other. I don't even need to know your name, okay? I'm heading on to the next city. So anyway, she wake up in the morning and, you know, her friends, when they get on a flight, you know, it's like, girl, what you do last night? She like, mind your business. But she tells them, well, baby, they are waiting on the pilot to come. And guess who the pilot is? It's our dude. It's our dude, y'all. Yes, it is our dude. His name is Victor. That was our one night stand. She like, what? I thought I could hit it and quit it. And here this man go. Got to fly me back to the house. She still didn't get his number. There's still no contact. And her mouth was just on the floor because she was not expecting to see him again. Baby, then y'all, hold up. They get off the flight. Now her sister is pregnant. Nobody's ever met the sister's boyfriend, okay? But she wants Kendall to host her gender reveal. Mm-hmm. She wants them to. Baby, let me see. She don't really want to do it, but her mom convinced her, you know, y'all need to act more like sisters, yada, yada, yada. I need for you to do this one for me. Do me a solid. So she do it. And at this point, maybe like 3 months have passed by. So here we go, ladies. So she gets everything together. It's decorated nicely. But of course, Renee is ungrateful. She's very jealous. She's always calling her fat. You know, everybody can't just be throwing up their food and taking laxatives. Everybody can't do that. Especially while they're pregnant. Because remember, I told y'all, Renee is pregnant. Honey, Alan is like, let me go and hit her in her throat. Just put us all out of our misery. Love you, Alan, real bad. So anyway, Kendall is about to get ready to host when her sister Renee walks over her baby daddy that nobody's seen until today. Guess who it is? It is the freaking pilot. Do you hear me? And guess what our girl does? Kendall, she throws up on his shoe. Bitch. If anybody can write a good story, okay, Lady Nesha can write a good story, baby. Do y'all see what is happening already? How could you even come back? How can you? I already like my sister. But this right here is like next level. It is next level, okay? I was literally in the bed laughing, giggling. Like, what in the Jerry Springer is going on here? Okay. Girls. So now that you got the gist of what takes place in this story, oh, child, let me tell you what I couldn't do. Okay. So I'm just going to put myself, because I love to put myself into the situations in books. You know what I mean? It's like so many things were taking place. Number one, I don't believe I would have tried to connect with my sister. We did not have a relationship. You're a liar. You don't like me, and I like peace. So there was no way I was going to throw your baby shower for you. I don't care if my mama begged me. It just was not going to happen. It was not going to happen. Also, once Kendall found out that there was her sister's baby daddy, and all this take it with a grain of salt because, baby, everything is giving alleged because everybody is sleeping with everybody in this book. Our main character continues to deal with Victor after the fact, right? Baby, so much tussling goes on in this book. So I don't know. It's when you're dealing with a fictional story, which I know something like this could happen in real life. If I didn't love Victor, if there was just no type of connection, no, I would have let Victor go on about his business. But I know for a good book, we couldn't do that because, baby, this is book one. There's a book two. Okay. And I'm on book two. And, baby, they still with the drama. They still with the drama. Yeah. I just wouldn't have had any type of connection or any type of relationship with my half sister. And I would tell my mom to go to hell. And I would probably tell, my dad to go to hell too, because I'm not going to do it. No, you're not going to keep. And nobody was correcting her behavior. Like, that made me so mad in the story that everybody saw the way that Renee was treating Kendall, but the adults in the situation did not try to do anything to tell her that she was wrong, tell her that she was flawed, tell her that you can't come around my house and disrespect my daughter in front of me. And you know what I'm saying? It was just like everybody was pacifying or trying to continue to get their relationship to be together. So that was something that I didn't like. And I don't feel like my mama per se would have been that way because my mom's kind of crazy, about me. And if somebody is being rude, whether you might have sister or not, and then my mama wouldn't constantly try to put me in that situation. Does that make sense? So that part is really hard to relate on. Kendall and her mom, Kim, had to go to this underground strip club to find her dad. Now, her dad is trying to rebuild, reconnect with her mom. And he's like, I'm going to do right by your mom. Kendall not going for it. Kendall's like, no, you've always been absent. You've always been a little gigolo. So, I don't think you should try to pursue mom. But she don't hold conversations with him. She's very direct with him. She's very, I don't want to be in the same room with him. I don't care if y'all are dating, that has nothing to do with me. Just don't bring it around me, right? So the mom comes in Kendall's room and say, hey, I need you to ride with me because your daddy didn't come home last night. Kendall, like, I told you so, and this man is in his late 40s. And to tell me that this man was supposed to go and find a job, and the job that he found was a stripper, and the way Kim went in there and set it off with that BB gun, baby, I made him come out and get in the car and go home in a G-string. And then she turned up. Ladii Nesha. She turns on the air condition so that he can freeze all the way home. Baby, it was a level of pettiness for me. There was so many great moments in the book like that really had you laughing. It is definitely giving funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I continue to laugh throughout the book. The huge conflict I've already talked about with you guys is that there's no way I would or my mom would have forced me to have a relationship with somebody that means me harm because um Renee definitely wanted Kendall to suffer for no reason. There was no reason. There was no reason. She came to that girl's life to destroy it, and that was her mission. You also found out as the book goes on that there's another guy that was dating Kendall, and Renee went out of her way to start a rumor when they was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, to destroy her reputation. That's just evil to me, and karma has a way of catching up with a person. And it definitely caught up with Renee. Again, Renee was just doing crazy things. She had too many secrets, and her secrets just kept coming out. It's like everybody knew that she was a liar in the book. let's see about Kendall. Kendall's mom really had a huge impact on her decision making skills when it came to just life in general. She was very independent, but sort of dependent because she didn't plan on having a baby. Okay. So her life was not set up, and there was a huge disconnect from her and her pregnancy in the story. She definitely gave off, I don't really want to do this, but if I do have to do this, I have my people. I don't need the father to be involved. He can be involved if he wants to be involved, right? It was more like I have a village. Like she was very taking Alan with her to all of her doctor's appointments. Alan was the fairy godmother. And Alan was like, you know what, this our baby. This our teacup. That's what he called her baby the whole time. He looking after Teacup. He's like, oh my God, you having a baby for me. He was just the best. Like the very best a person could be is what Alan was to her. Definitely her support system. Even when she was doing wrong, he was behind her, correcting it and trying to do the right thing. You would absolutely, absolutely love this book. But it definitely leaves you on a cliffhanger because there is a book two. Okay. So baby, if you like drama, if you like books that there is a ton of of plot twists that's funny, you're going to love Catching Flights. I hope you already read it because, baby, spoiler, spoiler alert, I'm telling you all about the book. That's why this is a deep dive. If you just wanted the glitz and the little bit of sprinkle of it, of course, I give you a short little sneak peek of what the book is about to make you want to read it over on my Instagram and over on TikTok. But, baby, Ladii Nesha, this is a 5-star book. I love it. This is one of those books that you will not be able to not go to the next book. And it's only 2 books. So you can handle that. If I can do 7, 10 book series, you can do a 2-book series. And what I would say my key takeaway from this story would be to, number one, have all your ducks in a row. I feel like Kendall didn't have everything. Like she do have money, right? But I don't think she was as independent as she could have been for the lifestyle that she chose to live. I feel like she should have had her own place. She shouldn't have been living with her mom. She should have had a car, even if you are a flight attendant, right? You're off. You catching Ubers everywhere. Like, no, as much money as you spend on Ubering, you could have had a vehicle by now. That's all I'm saying. Not keeping people around you that mean you harm, not just agreeing to go with the flow, or just because your mom said, oh, you need to make sure you have a connection with your half sister. If that person doesn't mean you any good, then you stay away from that person. Does that make sense? I don't have to. And 10 toes down on your nose. Let your yeses be yeses and let your no's be no's. And to be an adult and to be able to go to your parent and say, no, I will not be around her. And no is a complete sentence. And just, I'm standing on it. That's that on it. And let your mom know, for my mental health, if she's here, I'm not coming. Okay? We can meet away from your house. And that's what I mean by having all your ducks in a row. Because if you have a house, you have an escape. If you are relying upon your mom's house, that's your mom's house. I can't tell you not to let my, half sister come over, y'all hang out, y'all kiki, because this is your house, right? So if she had that in order, she wouldn't have had that problem. Also, I haven't gotten to the part where she learns to trust somebody, because I feel like because of her relationship with her dad, she has daddy issues, and her daddy issue is she her dad never stood on business. He wasn't reliable, so she don't connect honesty, integrity, reliable, any of those things to men. So she used them for her own purpose, and she might miss out on a great love because you're afraid to open up and love somebody. I'm definitely gonna go out on a limb here and say that Kendall has never been in love. What have I learned from Renee? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Um, yeah, I didn't learn nothing from Renee. She's just evil. There's no other way around it. And I haven't gotten to a point where she has turned around or turned a table or anything. Okay. That wraps up our deep dive into Catching Flights by Lady Nesha. I hope that this story was one for the books, one that you would share with somebody else who needs a good laugh, who needs some good drama, and who really, really enjoys watching someone who is a successful Black woman just dominate the male population, it reminds me of the Beyonce, if I was a boy, you know what I'm saying? Like she's doing all the things, phone off, not answering your text messages, leaving you unread, the definition of I ain't chasing on it. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I love it real bad about Kendall. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.